Blooming Prairie boys basketball coach John Bruns. Home games this week for Blooming Prairie. Win over Medford earlier in the week, and then last night USC comes in. USC is ranked in the top 10 in Class A, and they got the Rebels got the win last night. A pretty good team, John.
Yeah, they're definitely a good team. They played very well on top of that, and ended up a 17-point loss. We didn't shoot the ball especially well. We only shot 38% for the game. We're usually right around 45 to 50%. So that really is not really what you want to see against a good team like that. It's not going to usually bode well for the result, and that's kind of the story of the game. That cold shooting, along with some foul trouble. We had three of our starters foul out, and then the other two had 4 and 3 each. So we were kind of battling that all game as well. And their leading scorer, Luke Trio, really had a nice game last night. He had 32 points, and we just didn't really have an answer for him many times last night. But even with that, I felt like we did keep battling the entire game, and never really gave up, and that's going to make us a better team down the road.
Is there some aspects of the defense that they run that made the shooting percentage go down for you?
Yeah, we got some good looks. They do play very, very good defense, and there's no doubt about that. But there's some looks that we normally make. We got some guys open underneath, and you just miss some layups, and you make those, that really changes the whole outlook of the game. And there's one point where we were down 11 in the second half, and we got a wide open 3, and we missed it. And you make that an 8-point game, and that can really change some things at that point in the game. So they definitely did challenge us with their defense, but there's definitely some opportunities that we had that we just didn't take advantage of.
Was it a real physical game to have such foul trouble?
Yeah, it was a very physical game. They play good hard man-to-man, strong and are strong inside, and we kind of do the same, and there's just a lot of falls, very physical, and depth kind of played a role there too, because we had some guys that missed some time in the first half with 3 fouls, and they're a little bit deeper team than we are.
Okay. The Medford game earlier in the week, that went Blooming Prairie's way. What's the story of that game, John?
The Medford game, Medford's record is not really indicative of what kind of team they are. They really do some nice things offensively. They've got some tough guards, and we were able to do a pretty good job defensively, and we actually ended up winning by 8. It was a 20-point game though most of the second half. They kind of closed it a little bit late, but we did some very good things defensively and offensively. We shot the ball pretty well, and we did a good job of kind of mixing the scoring up. We had Jake Decker had just a great game. He had 20 points and 10 rebounds. He's right now our 4th leading scorer, and have our 4th leading scorer step up and score 20. That's huge anytime you get that. And then our second guy on Tuesday night was Scott Romeo. He had 16 points. He's our 5th leading scorer. So both those two guys really stepped up, and that was nice to see. To have some of those guys that maybe are averaging 6-7 points a game, get up close to 20 or past 20. So that takes some pressure off some of our other guys who've been carrying that scoring load. John Rumson, Anthony Halston, and they still had good games too. They were still right around 10-12 points, but it makes us pretty hard to guard when you've got 4 or 5 guys that are capable of scoring 20 points. So that was really good to see in that game to have that balance that we've been kind of looking for.
As far as the week ahead, John, a Tuesday game at Bethlehem Academy. That'll be on Cat Country 105 radio as well for people to listen along as you guys head to BA, and then a real good Maple River team later in the week. Some thoughts about the upcoming schedule for the Blooming boys?
Well, anytime you're in have a Gopher Conference game, it's going to be a competitive game, and the BA game that we played earlier in the season, we I think won that one by 31. But I fully expect this one up there to be very, very competitive. They just went to overtime with Waterville last night in Waterville, so They did not shoot the ball very well at our place when we played them. I can guarantee they're going to be ready to play on Tuesday, and with the rivalry that BA and Blooming have, that it's not going to be an easy trip for us. And then we go to, then we have Maple River, ranked number 7, I think, in Double A, at our place on Friday, and that was a really tough loss for us. Early in the season, we had them beat, had them on the ropes, and just kind of let them off the hook. And it's one that we've been definitely looking forward to, and we'll be ready for that one as well.
All right, John Bruns, boys basketball, Blooming Prairie, a win over Medford, a loss yesterday to United South Central. Blooming Prairie Sports on the KRFO